Guys, Toxico Zero here. Welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be ranking all 18 legendaries in this video. So yeah, guys, unfortunately I can't fit all of them on my screen, so I'll have to drag up between Lava Hound, Mega Knight, and the other 16. So yeah, I did this a long time ago, and yeah, it was not very accurate of a list. So yeah, and I tried to record this earlier, but I was too busy tapping on my microphone the entire time like a freaking idiot, and I had to restart this entire recording. But yeah, I'm okay with this though. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so guys, the worst legendary has to be the new Mother Witch, guys. The Mother Witch, oh my god, it's so bad. Honestly, I thought the Mother Witch honestly was going to be a really good card when I did the draft challenge, but nope, yeah, she sucks because she has no health. If we take a look at the stats here, literally, she can get one-shotted by the fireball, even though I have her level 10. She gets one-shotted by the fireball, and she does, like, 0 damage. Like, she doesn't do very much damage, and I feel like the effect should last forever. Honestly, that would kind of be a little OP, but to be honest, honestly, the Mother Witch might need it because she's so bad. Alright, so number 17 is going to be the Ram Rider. It's right next to the Mother Witch, but I feel like the Ram Rider has just not been a very good card because her win rates have just been continuously going down, and I feel like a lot of cards in the meta counter the Ram Rider. There's a lot of knockback, stun, whatever you want to call it, going around, and that just makes the Ram Rider such a bad card. And yeah, the Ram Rider really doesn't get to the tower. I mean, it gets to that tower, but it gets one whole hit. The charge shot, sometimes it doesn't even get the charge shot. But her snare can be really good, and yeah, she could do a lot of damage if she gets to the tower. But yeah. Okay, so coming in at number 16 is going to be the Princess, guys. Honestly, the Princess is honestly not bad if there was no such thing as Log or Barbarian Bell or things that really can one-shot the Princess like a spell. Yeah, but unfortunately, there's so much Log in Barbarian Bell. It just are huge counters to the Princess, even though the Princess goes well in the Log bait decks, trying to bait your Goblin Log to then you use your Goblin Barrel. Yeah, unfortunately, those decks do not work anymore because they've just all the cards in there have just been so awful for a while, and yet people still play them. Alright, number 15 is the Inferno Dragon. Now, the Inferno Dragon doesn't have really bad stats, but there's a lot of counters to the Inferno Dragon, like spells, Zap, and Giant Snowball, which are two really good spells in my opinion. Even Giant Snowball is a super good spell, and it's so underrated too. EU is also a great counter. And yeah, Inferno Dragon just can only shoot one beam. It starts out weak. You let it can be really good against Mega Knight, P.E.K.K.A, Golem, a lot of cards with a lot of health. But you're not seeing very many cards that have so much health, which is why the Inferno Dragon isn't that good. Alright, number 14 is the Mega Knight, guys. Honestly, Mega Knight is a hella fun card to play, let's be honest. He's a hella annoying card to face, though. So yeah, but the Mega Knight honestly is okay in some decks. I mean, he can be really good in some decks too. But honestly, I feel like there's a lot of counters to the Mega Knight that are really popular. The Knight for 3 Elixir can counter the Mega Knight if the Princess Tower locks on. It's such a good distraction, and it's because the Knight has a lot of health. Same with the Valkyrie. She also has a lot of health, even though she's not really good. Knight is pretty good. Valkyrie not as good, but honestly, those are just two very popular cards, especially on ladder. Valkyrie is like super popular on ladder. Knight also too. I think Knight's more popular, but Valkyrie is just super overrated. Alright, number 13, we have the Lumberjack. Honestly, the Lumberjack, look at his derpy face, but yeah, Lumberjack not as great as he was once was, even though Mini P.E.K.K.A really was in competition with him. Mini P.E.K.K.A was a better choice. I'm only really seeing Lumberjack in Golem decks or with Balloon, because Lumberjack and Balloon is such a good combo, because Lumberjack, dropping the Rage, just powers that Balloon and can deal so much damage to the tower, which just makes Lumberjack a really good card because of the Balloon. Or Golem too, but honestly, if there wasn't a Balloon, I don't think Lumberjack would be that good a rate of a card. Alright, so coming in at number 12 is the Magic Archer. So the Magic Archer, I feel like is a little bit underrated. but is not at all a bad card. So yeah, the Magic Archer, honestly, one of my favorite legendary cards too. But honestly, I feel like he doesn't have super much health, even though obviously he could originally get one-shotted by the fireball before his health nerf because of they nerfed his range, and that was so a poor choice. But honestly, I still think Magic Archer is underrated. Coming in number 11th is the Royal Ghost. Honestly, I feel like the Royal Ghost was one of the worst legendaries in the game. Back when Fisherman was horrible, and then Royal Ghost, pretty bad too. But Royal Ghost, not as bad as it once was, due to the fact that the hover mechanic kind of made him better. I still don't think he's that good of a card, but it's a better choice than he once was. Coming in at number 10 is going to be, I forgot, guys. Let me check my list, because my stupid brain just cannot remember what the heck I put the list as. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Number 10 is Sparky, guys. Sparky, honestly, is a little underrated in my opinion too. Sparky's still a pretty good card. She's not as good after that nerf to her, but guys, Sparky can deal so much damage, even though it takes her 4 shots and an extra second to unload that shot. Counters by the E-Wiz, obviously, Zap as well. Even though Sparky is got to be my second favorite card in the game behind Mega Knight, gets countered easily, but counters a lot of things, even though she goes well with the Electro Giant and the Goblin Giant, which are two really good and underrated cards. Alright, guys, coming in at number 9 is going to be the E-Wiz. Now, the E-Wiz got 2 nerfs. I believe the first, no, actually they were the same. Damage nerfs, both of them. 95 to 93, and now 93 to 91, I think it is on Grand Challenges stats. Yep. So yeah, unfortunately, E-Wiz has just received a couple nerfs. I think E-Wiz is balanced, not as good as he once was, but still a pretty good card. But really mostly seen with P.E.K.K.A decks. I always see E-Wiz with a P.E.K.K.A, but still really good. Alright, coming in at number 8, Night Witch, guys. The Night Witch has been really only good with Golem and E-Golem, but now you're seeing more viability with the Night Witch. You can see a Night Witch with a Lava Hound or a Giant. We're seeing many decks with Night Witch that actually, Night Witch is actually a pretty solid card now. She honestly was bad, and then they buffed it to 4 bats. That made her pretty OP for a little bit before she kind of went down to where she originally was, but not exactly where she was. A lot better than she originally was, I should say, but kind of fell down a lot. But now she's slowly rising again, and yeah, a pretty decent card. All right, number 7 is the Bandit, guys. Honestly, I think the Bandit has always been a really good card. She dashes, can't be hit, just can deal so much damage with her repeated dashes. She's really good on bridge spam decks and can deal a lot of damage if she gets to the tower. Kind of gets countered a little bit easily, but she's still a really solid card to play. All right, guys, coming in at number 6 is the Ice Wizard. Now, the Ice Wizard is a really, really, really good card, especially paired with Tornado, because he can slow down and then obviously still deal damage, even though the Ice Wizard does like no damage. Still a really good card defensively, probably one of the best cards in the game defensively. Not obviously not at all good offensively, but honestly, Ice Wizard still is a really good card. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see it nerfed. All right, coming in at number 5, the Graveyard. The Graveyard got nerfed, I believe, not too long ago. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it was on the last balance changes, which we haven't seen balance changes forever. I thought there were supposed to be balance changes this season. Nope, nothing. Maybe next season. Well, hopefully, balance change ideas will be coming out next week, guys. So, yeah, the Graveyard is still a pretty good card. Not as good as it once was, but, yeah, honestly, the Graveyard could just deal so much damage if all those skeletons spawn, and you have, like, a tank in front of them, like a knight. Even though Graveyard gets countered easily by poison or other spells, Graveyard is still a really good card. And number 4 is the card I think will never die. It's the Log. If they really nerf the heck out of the Log, I think the Log will eventually die. But the Log is still a great card, even after that range nerf. It's still really good. Even though Barbarian Barrel's seen more viability than the Log now, the Log is just probably going to be always one of the best spells in the game. Due to the fact it's got knockback, high damage, and obviously it was made to counter the Princess, let's be honest. Alright guys, moving into the top 3 now. All of these are pretty good, even though I believe... Yeah, one of them obviously just got nerfed not too long ago. The other 2 have just been pretty dominant for a while. No, actually, the other one was nerfed too. But yeah, we're gonna start off with a Fisherman. Honestly, the Fisherman, after its health nerf, I think it was a health. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a health nerf. It's still a pretty good card. It's because of Hunter. I think Hunter needs a nerf. People are disagreeing with sometimes with my balance change it is, but I still think Hunter needs a nerf. I feel like Hunter has just way too much damage, and or first hit speed needs a nerf. But yeah, Fisherman goes really well with Hunter. So yeah, Fisherman number 3 on the list. All right, coming in at number 2 is going to be the Miner. Honestly, the Miner is also another card like Log that I just personally think will never die because the Miner is basically a tank. Due to the fact you drop the Miner right on the tower, and it's just going to provide a lot of tankiness for a balloon or wall breakers or whatever you're going to send to the tower. You can get a lot of damage, especially with a Miner that's only 3 elixir. Honestly, the Miner, I think, is balanced due to the fact that it's received a couple of nerfs because of the spells nerf to Tower. Miner received the same nerfs, and I just think that was unfair for the Miner. So that's why the Miner comes in at number 2. Just a really solid tank. And last but not least, it has to be the Lava Hound. Holy crap, the Lava Hound has been probably one of the best cards on ladder. Still a really good card on Grand Challenges. The only air tank just is so amazing. The Lava Hound, I personally think, just is never going to be really bad unless they nerf the heck out of it. Because honestly, the Lava Hound is just a good tank. It provides so much value for balloons or an Inferno Dragon that actually comes with the Lava Hound. Just the Lava Hound is by far has to be the best legendary in the game. Well, yep, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.